Hello everybody, and here in my fish room closet I have 5 20-gallon longs on this wall, and then over here I have 5 20 longs on this wall. For the past couple years, all these 20 longs had been guppy and Endler tanks mainly, and here in the last 2 months I slowly restarted all these tanks and seeded them with shrimp from my own lines that I have that have backup colonies or additional colonies or whatever you want to call them. So when I started doing these shrimp tanks, I started over here, and these are some red shrimp. Then we have guppy tank. Then we have a recently converted shrimp tank. Then we have a recently converted shrimp tank. And then I made my way over here, and these tanks are really new. They're going through the algae phase of being reset. And we have a shrimp tank here. We have a guppy tank here. A brand new shrimp tank. A brand new shrimp tank. And down here, a brand new shrimp tank. And what prompted me to make this video is this was the last tank that I seen baby shrimp in. And it was literally like 3 minutes before I made this video. Like, they all have baby shrimp. And as long as nothing catastrophic happens, they're all going to be doing good. And so it was the most stressful time when you're starting your shrimp colony. It's a little less stressful for me with these tanks because I have hundreds of other ones of the same shrimp. I'm just trying to make more of what I've got in these tanks already. I have backup plans in case something happens. I had some lines that I didn't even have a backup of, and that's what a lot of these 20-gallon longs are. So, we'll start over here with the first tank I redone. This tank is, I did this one well before the others. And these are red shrimp. Just reds, and then oh, new little baby. Look at him. He's just a little guy. Aww. But this tank's been doing real good. I put in probably like 40 shrimp in here when I started this line. And so these guys are looking good. Look at all the little babies in the moss. It's pretty cool. This tank will be completely infested with shrimp here in a couple months. This tank will be booming. And then here in this tank we have the Bloody Marys, and I probably only put about 15 or so in here when I started this colony, so I didn't put nearly as many shrimp to start this one. But we have, as you can see in the moss, we've got lots of new shrimp. Look at, oh wow, that's a really little one. Oh, focus for me. There we go. That's how little that guy is. And there's some all throughout the moss. Little Bloody Mary shrimps. It's another really little one. Let's see what we got up here. Yeah. I didn't have as many on this tank, but I'd say it's doing pretty good. Now we're gonna come down. This was my third blue jelly tank, and again, I did not put a whole bunch of shrimp in here to start. As you can tell, the few adults that are in here are hiding. There's some out, but not a whole lot. But look at all the little babies. A bunch right there. Just starting to get their blue jelly colors. They're hard to get to show up on here. There's a lot of them, all spread throughout the tank. Saw one over here I'm trying to get a shot of. There he is. So there might have been like 10, 12, I don't even remember, but there was not that many in here, and it was only a couple months ago. But we've already got plenty of baby shrimp starting. So the colony is going to be a success. Oh, can't get the focus. There's a really cool one on one of these little pieces of moss. Can't find it. Anyway, alright. That's the new blue jelly tank. So now we're up over here on the other side, and I'm standing on a ladder because these tanks are so new, they're still going through a bit of a diatom algae thing, and the pleco in this tank is not doing a good job, or he's just a little guy, he may have not made it. I don't know, I haven't seen him. But this is my green jade tank. This is the new green jade, one of the new green jade tanks. And look at this back wall here. I'm super excited about this tank. It is exploding back there on that back wall. Oh, can't go lower than that because the algae growing on the glass. Look at all those shrimp. They're everywhere back there on the brick. They all look like they're going to be pretty good too. It's hard to tell when they're this little, but they look pretty good. They're still really little shrimp. And then if we zoom back out, I saw some up here eating on the... I was gonna clean the glass. There's some I can't get the focus. I don't want to focus on the, there we go. I was going to scrape all that stuff off the front glass in these tanks, but I said, let's keep it on there. Since the shrimp are enjoying it, the baby shrimp. There's little guys everywhere. So, the new green jade tank is doing good. This is another blue jelly tank. Now this stuff has stuff on the inside of the glass, and what it is, this is not algae in this tank. This is me not rinsing the new blasting sand substrate good enough. And that crap settled on the sides of the glass. And this colony is really new. For like 3 weeks maybe. Maybe a month, 4 weeks. And we got a little bit of algae problem on this one too. But we've got baby shrimp. And what it is some of the buried ones I'd put in here. I'd let their babies hatched. So that's how I got shrimping in here, by putting buried females in here to start it. I was just seeing a whole bunch in here. Well, not a whole bunch, but at least several out in the open, and now I'm not seeing much. Well, there's one right there, really zoomed in. The back of the brick. There's another one that come so little. They're so new. You can't even see them. I can't zoom in far enough to get them to show up. But we have baby shrimp. Okay, so the next tank down, and this tank is ridiculous. These are my backup colony snowballs. And we've got algae and white crap on this one. But look at all these shrimp. This thing is... Snowballs are always one of the most prolific lines. Of course, I didn't put any baby shrimp in here. We got a bad one. Somehow ended up in here. Must have been a water change. Clinger on to get out of there. But we got little, well, sometimes these snowballs will throw some oddballs every once in a while, but very rare. There's one that's buried. That's how they get to be called snowballs, because buried females look like they're going around. The eggs look like a pack of snowballs. That's why they're called that, just in case you didn't know. We've got, and there's babies scattered throughout this whole tank. And this is just from the buried females I'd put in, because this tank is this tank, and then this tank here on the bottom. We're all set up the same couple of days. I did it all in one weekend or so, I do believe. And like I said, this was the last tank I found babies on. Let's see if I can get it to focus. It wants to focus on the stuff on the glass. There we go. Baby yellows. Baby oranges. They look yellow though. When they're babies, Here's one that looks clear almost. It's even smaller. That one's really little. That one's only like, you see that little seed shrimp just went scurrying by. Yeah, it's only like the size of like 5 seed shrimp. He's so little. And I didn't put very many shrimp in here at all. I was lucky to put 10 in here. Oh, there, zoomed out, you can see that we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 brand new babies. I just discovered them before I started shooting this video, and this is what made me want to shoot this video. It's like, I got all these new tanks going, and they all got shrimp in. I feel like when you get these new tanks going, obviously, I started to touch on this subject before. This is the most nerve-wracking, especially. I mean, most times you get a decent shrimp line going, it's going to cost you at least $60 or $70. You get at least halfway decent shrimp. Sometimes I've paid like over $100 before just for 10 shrimp when you include shipping. So good shrimp can be kind of expensive. So it's always really nerve-wracking. When I start a new colony, I always get at least 10. And if I can afford it, I get 15 or 20. But getting shrimp's expensive, and you always want to, I know it's always, you get antsy. Oh my god, I ain't seen any babies. Oh my god, no one's buried. Oh, this one, this. It's like, if you have things, they gotta adjust to your water. They gotta, well, of course I don't have this problem with these tanks. There's definitely an adjustment period. The good thing with Neos is they can adapt to almost anything that's not toxic to them. So if your tap water has like lead or some other toxic thing, or some kind of heavy metal, something along those lines, then you might have some problems with shrimp. But you just gotta have patience. You gotta have patience. I've had quick success with these because they didn't have to be shipped. They just went from, I didn't even acclimate them because it's the same water. So from one tank to the other. And everything's doing good. So they didn't have to go through any of those adjustment periods. So, but the tank was brand new. All these tanks I sterilized and everything to make sure nothing of the wrong ones got in here. So there was that, and that's why we got algae issues and stuff going on. That's to be expected. They weren't full, they were not quite fully cycled when I first got them going, but they were cycled good enough, and now they're becoming established. And so you really want to have your tanks established before you put shrimp in there. I know I jumped the gun. So, but if you're going to be getting new shrimp and they got to go through all the stresses of shipping and all that, then you're going to want to have the best optimal environment for them. I did see a dead shrimp in here a couple weekends ago, so apparently no problems. Everything looks good. It's not a baby, but I think he's too big to be. I don't know. He might be too, I think he might be too big to have been born in here. He's still pretty little. Alright guys, I'm gonna cut this video and quit rambling on like an idiot. So, thank you guys for watching. 7 new shrimp tanks. 7 successes so far. So I think all these tanks are gonna be a success. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.